in the zone to be. From a yin to my yang to my yang to Z. Put a grin on my chin when you come to me. Cause I'll win, I'm a one of a kind, and I'll bring death to the place you're about to be. Another river of blood running under my feet. Forged in a fire lit long ago. Stand next to me, you'll never stand alone. I'm last to leave, but the first to go. Lord, make me dead before you make me old. I feed on the fear of the devil inside of the enemy faces in my sight. Aim with a hand, shoot with a mind, kill with a heart like Arctic ice.
I am a soldier and I'm marching on.
I am a soldier and I'm marching on.
I am a warrior, this is my song.
I am a warrior and this is my song. I bask in the glow of the rising war. Lay waste to the ground of an enemy shore. Wade through the blood spilled on the floor. And if another one stands, I'll kill some more. Bullet in the breach and a fire in me. Like a cigarette thrown to gasoline. If death don't bring you fear, I swear you'll fear these marching feet. Come to the nightmare, come to me. Deep down in the dark where the devil be. In the mall where the jaws and the razor teeth. Where the brimstone burns and the angel weeps. Call to the gods if I cross your path. And my silhouette hangs like a body bag. Hope is a moment now long past. The shadow of death is the one I cast. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior and this is my song. My eyes are steel and my gaze is long. I am a warrior and this is my song.
We're not just going to shoot the bastard. We're going to cut out their living guts and use them to grease the treads of our tanks. We're going to murder those lousy bastards by the bushel.
Now I live lean and I mean to inflict the grief. And the least of me is still out of your reach. The killer machine's gonna do the deed until the river runs dry and my last breath leaves. Chin in the air with a head held high. I'll stand in the path of the enemy line. Feel no fear, know my pride. For God and country I'll enjoy life. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior and this is my song. My eyes are steel and my gaze is long. I am a warrior and this is my song.
All right, now you sons of bitches, you know how I feel.
Good evening. This is Mr. Too Easy on the Warrior Empowerment Hour. So, of course, that's our Warrior Song theme song. So, we also have a special guest today, Miss Shantell. So, how you doing, Miss Shantell?
Good evening, everybody. I'm good.
So, she's going to join me in today. Usually, she has this part of the segment. We're going to kind of team up and do this together today. So, I'll start off with my quote of the day. I am stronger because I had to be. I am smarter because of my mistakes. I am happier because of sadness I've known, and always wiser because I've learned. So that's one of the quotes for today. And then the second quote is, loving a military man or woman is hard. The distance is hard. The worry is hard. The sacrifices are hard. But loving him or her, that's the easiest thing I've ever done. So those are two very powerful quotes. So I'll let you guys think about that while I talk about some coming events. So Scotland Community Center on July 28th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. They're having a black tie sports style gala, and they have added a swimsuit portion of the fashion show. So it has other little notes on here, but we'll see about that in the future. They're asking Mr. Too Easy to come down there and be in a swimsuit.
And a Speedo.
Oh, and a Speedo. Yeah, that is what the papers say.
Yep, and a Speedo.
But yeah, we'll see about that. But other than that, guys and girls, that's what we have today. So I will give you guys another selection. This is Heroes, Eye of the Storm Military.
I am the eye of the storm inside. I am silent and strong, just
give him an inch.
Welcome to the vortex, a new ground zero of my heart. They're never gonna tear my soul apart. I am the eye of the storm inside. I am silent and strong, just waiting for the right moment to strike. Cold like a gold rock coming to life. I am the eye of the storm inside. I am silent and strong, just waiting for the moment. Never see me coming. This is your hideout. I am the eye of the storm inside. I am silent and strong, just waiting for the right moment to strike. Cold like a gold rock coming to life. I am the eye of the storm inside. I am silent and strong, just waiting for the moment. Never see me coming. I am waiting for the moment. Never see me coming. I'm just waiting for the moment. Never see me coming.
Oh, yeah, and that was a powerful selection right there. I like that one. I can't wait, boy, I tell you. So you know me, I speak about my experiences, so I don't speak for all veterans out there or all military personnel, but I speak about the experiences I have. But I'm sure there's someone out there that probably feels or experienced some of the things I have. So with the first quote, it says, I am stronger because I had to be. I am smarter because of my mistakes, happier because of my sadness I've known, and now I'm wiser because I've learned. So the reason I'm stronger because of, I'm stronger because I've had to be. So prime example, when I went to basic training way back in the, let's say 90s or whatever, I went to Eleanor Roosevelt High School. So I ran track, cross country. So it's not for time, it's more for distance. So when I got to basic, you had to run 2 miles in 15 minutes and stuff like that. So, I'm out there in my little PT outfit, Army Strong whore. So, I ran my 2 miles in like 20 minutes. So the drill sergeant got into my behind, said, you tall, lanky SOB, you mean to tell me just as fast as you can run? So we have different groups of running every morning for PT, every evening for PT. So you got your A group, your B group, and your C group. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, okay? So A group are the top-notch group. They're sprinting the whole 5 miles. You're sprinting. No break, just sprint, okay? Don't be like, oh, I'm out of breath. Nope. B group, you're a good guy, good girl or whatever, but you're not a sprinter. So you're pacers, okay? C group, hey, that's part of the fat boy system, and we got to get you up to the B group. Once you get to the B group, up to the A group, okay? So this is how it was when I went through, okay? So if you're offended because I said the fat boy system, stuff like that, I greatly apologize. But let me tell you something. When I went through basic, it was basically GFY, okay? So if you don't know what that stands for, you better Google it. So they applied foot to butt, So, I went through Fort Benning, Georgia to do basic training. So, the next day, bright and early, 4 a.m., boom. Next thing I know, private, too easy, come on up to the A group. And they say, we're going to run 5 miles straight sprint, no breaks. So they take off, boom. I'm talking about they balling. So I'm eating air, getting wind, huffing and puffing. He behind me yelling, you better you better make these 5 miles or else you're going to answer to me. You're going to wish you was dead, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so of course, I finally got stronger. Some of my battle buddies, told me, hey, this is what you need to do. Stretch your stride out, hey, maybe he'll get off your back, da-da-da-da-da. So of course, that made me stronger, okay? So being smart, oh yeah, I'm still trying to be smart because I make a lot of mistakes. But let's see, one mistake I can say during my military career, my 16 years in the Army. One mistake is after my first deployment, I got switched to a different unit. So, of course, right before we got deployed to Iraq, you know how the first sergeant come out there, you know, who's been deployed before? So, you know, we don't have any idea we're going overseas. So, you know, me and a few other guys raise our hand. Okay, great. You move to the front. Boom. We go up there. You guys are being transported to another unit. They're going straight over to Iraq. That's all you need to know. When? Don't worry about when. Just get your shit together. Boom, get out there. So, hey, as we always say, you didn't volunteer. You was voluntold. Okay, that's the Army way. So, let's see. I'm happier because of my sadness. That's a hard one. Well, it's not really a hard one. That's a touchy one. So, you know, I'm happy for my family. You know, happy for everyone that's in my corner. Happy for all my friends, my battle buddies, stuff like that. But when you lose people, when you lose family and friends, you know, I can only speak for me. You know, after 3 tours overseas, combat tours, you know, you grow numb to certain things. So it's not that you don't have feelings of it. It's just you just gone numb. You know, like the commercial, goes nose blind to the to the sense. So yeah, I'm a little, I guess, not really happier, but what's a good word? What'd you say, Miss Shantell? Would it be a good word? Not happier.
At peace.
Yes, I love that. At peace. See, this is why you always have a special guest, you know, to fill in the blanks, you know what I mean? And then I'm wiser because I've learned a lot in my years on this earth, and I'm still learning. So, you know, I don't know it all. I don't claim to know it all. You know, I don't mind doing the research. I don't mind for asking for help. You know, some people, they ashamed or their pride, you know, kind of holds them back for asking for help. Let me tell you something. When you don't ask for help and you fail, you look like an idiot. But if you ask for help and you succeed, you learn a little bit more, and you become a little bit a better person and a lot wiser. So that's what I have to say about that quote. So the second quote, it reads, loving a military man or woman is hard. The distance is hard. The worry is hard. The sacrifices are hard. But loving him or her, that's the easiest things I've ever done. So, you know, I can definitely relate because all my siblings, we was all overseas at the same time at one point. So, you know, but when you're infantry or when you're in the Marine Corps or when you know what your roles are in the military, you know, certain things you just know you have to do. So it kind of comes natural, and you really don't have time to worry. But, you know, the spouses out there, you know, I take my hat off to you. The mothers, the fathers out there, I take my hat off to you. The family members, the mentors, the family, the friends, my hat goes off to you. Because, you know, as me, when I was overseas, I didn't worry about people that was in the rear. And, oh, that's another military term. So people in the rear means people back stateside. So I didn't really worry about people in the rear, but I know they worried about me. So my hat go off to you, because just because your spouse, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle is in the military doesn't make it just them, you know, have the issues. It's the family that has the issues too. Because some people, you know, get separation anxiety. You know, PTSD has many, many forms. So, and then there's secondary PTSD. So, you know, with that, I'm going to give you guys another song. It's a military tribute called This Is My World. Oh, I can't wait to see what this sounds like.
Heavy hangs of fear in your heart, like cinder blocks crushing your chest. It's a prison break, escape from the dark. Can't get it out of your head. This is my world. Oh, you took the wrong turn. Now you're
turning into the night. Locked up for the rest of your life. Step it up, get ready to fight. This is my world. Oh, you took a wrong turn. Now you're stuck in my world. Trust me, this is gonna hurt. Pile it up and watch it burn. This is my This is my world.
Oh yeah, that's a good song right there. This is my world. Military tribute. I like that. So let me get to some of the special things that's going on in July. We have a black tie sports style gala sponsored by Warriors of America right out of Scotland Community Center in Transburg, Pennsylvania. That's July 28th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, I was told if you're a Wounded Warrior Project alumni, your tickets are $25 for you and your spouse or you and your guest, and you get to bring an additional warrior with you and their spouse or their friend. So for $25, if you're a Wounded Warrior alumni, you will get 4 entries for $25. Okay? So they also adding in a swimsuit portion of the fashion show, okay? So guys and girls out there, if you're brave enough to come down in a 2-piece, 1-piece birthday suit, come on down and, contact Misha at 240-418-5181. For tickets, you can go on Eventbrite, and then you can also go on Town Planner and just put in Black Tie Sports Style Gala to pop up. They're going to have a bunch of special guests and guest speakers. So that's...
Mr. Too Easy will be out there in his Speedo.
Yeah, we'll see that. So also, Miss Shantell, my wife got me listening to another, I would say, personality.
Personality.
Yeah, radio personality or Instagram personality, stuff, whatever they call those. Because, I'm not a real social media person. Mm-hmm. So have you heard of Lonnie B?
Yes.
Yeah, so guys and girls out there,
Tell us about Lonnie B.
Yeah, I talk about the military perspective of what my experiences are, but this Lonnie B guy, oh my Lord, he talks about life experiences for real, and it is no filter. So if you on what is that, YouTube, it's Chat with Lonnie B.
Periscope.
And Periscope, it's I don't know, listening to Lonnie B, but just put in Lonnie B or just Google Lonnie B, and trust me, me and my wife have tickets for the October 21st show, and this is gonna be the first time me meeting him and kind of see him in person. So it's great. I've listened to he's on usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and some Fridays. And let me tell you something, you will not be disappointed. And that's at 10:30 a.m.
Yep.
So definitely, if you want more information, go to my Facebook page, Warrior Empowerment Hour. I'm sure to be on Keeping It Real's page too.
Yep.
But Lonnie B, if you're out there, this next selection is for you. It's Sister Sledge, We Are Family.
just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future, and our goals in sight. We know we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. We are family. I can hear you, guys. Get up, everybody, and sing. We have faith in you and the things you do. Hey, I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, y'all.
Oh yeah. So if you guys listen to Lonnie B, you'll know why I chose that selection. And so just Lonnie, if you're out there, I'm a good homeboy. And for the females, I guess you're what they call it, a good girlfriend.
Good girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go. So thank you, Lonnie B. Look forward to see you October 21st at your show out there in DC area. So back to the quote of the day. We have I'm stronger because I had to be. I'm smarter because of my mistakes. Happier because of my sadness I've known. And now I'm wiser because I've learned. Also, the next one is loving a military man or woman is hard. The distance is hard. The worry is hard. The sacrifices are hard, but loving him or her, that's the easiest thing I've ever done. So, Miss Shantell, are you married to a veteran or veterans in your family?
Yes.
Oh, so what do you think of that second quote?
I think it is very true. You couldn't get any more accurate.
Oh,
It
okay.
is easy to love a military. From my point of view, it's easy to love a military man, but the difficult part comes with the deployments and being away.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. So, I've been deployed combat deployments 3 tours. Other deployments about 5 or 6. I've been deployed all over the world. So I can only imagine, the worry from mom and dad, grandparents, spouses, brothers and sisters. Just luckily, well, not really luckily, but I can only imagine the worry from my mom because all 3 of her boys were or are in the military. So 2 Armies and 1 Marine. So, I can just imagine the many deployments all of us been on. So, that can be stressful for anybody, So it's just not because you're married to them. It's every relative or family or friend goes through some kind of hardship when it deals with military personnel. But you know what? It makes us stronger. And I know it doesn't seem that way, but it really does. Because, there's so many things going on in our minds and our brains and stuff. So it gets kind of convoluted at times. I've been on many deployments where, the sergeant major, the first sergeant says, well, you can't tell your family where you're going. All you know that the military's paying for your round trip ticket. So pack your bags, get that duffel bag and roll out. So, that takes a special spouse, a special mom or dad, parent, grandparent to actually live through that, because for the military personnel, we just doing what we're told. So at the end of the day, You do what you're told. Like they say on A Few Good Men, you know, what is people listen or people die, you know. You want me on that line, you need me on that line, you know. So when you don't listen and, you know, if you don't follow the rules of OPSEC, OPSEC, that's when you put a lot of people in danger, you know. Now, you know, I'm trying to learn this social media thing, but I know on my third tour, one of my battle buddies' spouse was, you know, posting on Facebook where we were at and stuff like that. And it got back to back in the rear, and they actually disabled her Facebook because you got to realize when you're overseas and you're telling people that you in Balad, you in Iraq, you in Babylon, you in Tikrit, you know, we're not the only ones with Facebook in this world. You guys do realize that, right? Just because you're in the United States don't mean you don't have Facebook. So, you know, you got to think about stuff like that. So when you put in a little Facebook search and you put in military, almost everyone that's in the branch comes up. So unless you have a private account like Instagram, hey, they can see everything. So, you know, you got to be careful with your statuses, you know, but, you know, and, you know, it's a learning experience, you know. So, you know, this day and age, when you go through basic, you can have your cell phone, your iPad. I don't even know how these soldiers going to make it these days, but hey, they have to break you down to build you back up to either be what is called once a Marine, always a Marine, aim high, army of one, army strong. Because when you get on there in that battlefield, you're not going to have no iPad. You're not going to have no stress card. You're not going to have no white flag to surrender, you know, but hey, to each his own. But this is stuff to think about. And of course, no one joins the military, so I want to go to battle. You know, you join because either you want to pay for college or you're not sure what you want to do in life. So, you know, when I was in, they paid you on the 1st and the 15th like clockwork. You know, insurance was paid for, automobile was paid for. Only thing you paid for was for food. And on certain holidays, you didn't have to pay for that. So, yeah, I loved it. You know, so just be thankful and grateful for what we have, you know, because without our military, I can only imagine how the U.S. or how certain areas will be, you know. So definitely, you know, if you can, thank a person in uniform, you know, and this just doesn't go for military personnel. Hey, police officers out there, EMTs, first responders, all them guys, you know. So, yeah, you know, right now they talk about combat PTSD, but can you imagine the things the first responders see? You know, I can only imagine what goes to their brain. And they're doing this 24/7, 365. Yeah, you know, you go to combat, it's at a year at a time, 2 years at a time. These guys and girls are doing it every single day.
On a daily basis.
Whether they see a person that's dismembered in an automobile accident, someone that burned in a fire, you know, we need to thank them too, you know. So just stuff like that, you know. You know, I always say to my battle buddies, the world isn't ready when they found out 100% of people got PTSD. You know, because PTSD, like my treatment team told me, you can be driving down, let's say 81, okay? Because we're in the corridor of 81 where we're at. And a bird flies right in front of your windshield but doesn't hit it. It startles you, okay? And you're in the left-hand lane. And you're at exit 5, you know. So when you get to exit 5 again, the next day, unconsciously, you're going to be in the right-hand lane, and then you're going to slow up because you're anticipating another bird flying in front of you. That's a form of PTSD. Little things like that. So with that, I have another selection. It's called Don't Get in My Way. Okay, this is a Special Forces song.
Get in my way.
Eyes wide shut, but they know. Buried alive by the lies in they soul. They stride of a blind man's stroll. But for whom does the next bell toll? I'm too many years in the zone. Too many years to have built what I own. And many dumb fools try to take what I've grown. But these roots go deep and you can't blood a stone. So if you wanna push, I'ma shove. If you wanna spar, we can do it, no gloves. And if you're gonna run at me, you better do it hard. Cause I fear no fall, no brawl, no scars. I'm 2 pounds shy of a bomb. I'm 1 shade short of alarm. I'm 2 past wrath that I'm calm. Got 2 last laughs in my palms. I'm 3 degrees west of a hurricane. 4-wheel drive with a ball and chain. My 5'7" is irrelevant. I'm 6'6" if you threaten my development. Now see, a wise man learns from your mistakes and lets the blunders of his brother serve to fill his plate. So best be on your way before the tidal wave breaks. Cause you don't wanna come to meet the reaper that awaits. A man with a grudge in a case, a man with intent on his face. And if a man walks in a place, let it be known I won't hesitate. This a long time coming like a comet pass. Got them all fired up from the rocket blast. And if I fall on my sword, turn my bone to ash. Let it clog up the sand in that hourglass. We in the title fight, blow for a blow. And you can reap the benefit of what I have to sow. Cause I'm about that worth of which you don't appear to know. So you can take the scene while I take over the show.
It's a long way down when your head is in the clouds. And all around the sirens play. Don't get in my way. Don't tell me I should bow. Cause I'm no clown. This is not a game. Don't get in my way.
You don't wanna say no more than a mime you can't afford. And you don't wanna let this turn in the lines of mine and yours. And you don't wanna piss or up, but back up and withdraw. Cause trust me when I tell you, you don't want that tooth and claw. And you don't wanna see inside the mind of a savage kind. And you don't want that recognition of, oh, there goes that guy. But if you do decide that you're gonna play that hand and try, just think before you act, because your actions don't rewind.
Oh yeah, don't get in my way. That was a good song right there. I like that one. So we go to these quotes. I am stronger because I had to be. I am smarter because of my mistakes. Happier because of my sadness. I've known, and now I'm wiser because I've learned. Loving a military man or woman is not hard. The distance is hard. The worry is hard. The sacrifices are hard. But loving him or her, that's the easiest thing I've ever done. So those are the 2 quotes for today. Announcements, Black Tie Sports Style Gala, July 28th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., Scotland Community Center in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Tickets are $25. If you're a Wounded Warrior Project alumni, you can bring up to 4 people. So definitely go to either Eventbrite or Town Planner to order your tickets online. Just put in the notes block that you're a Wounded Warrior alumni, and then they can go from there. I also got another announcement. Welcome into the world, Kelvin Cornell Marcellus Hayward, born May 18th at 4:39 a.m., 7 pounds, 8.6 ounces, 20 and 1.5 inches long. So welcome into the world, Kevlin Cornell Marcellus Hayward. Yes, it's always wonderful when another life comes into the world. That is great. So also, let's see, some more experiences that I've experienced that may not pertain to these 2 quotes, but I will bring in let's see. Here's a lovely quote that I can talk an experience on. I won't back down. I'll stand my ground. You can stand me at the gates of hell. but I will not back down. Just like that song, Don't Get in My Way. Love it. So, through my couple of years on this earth, 16 years in the Army, about 5 years in the U.S. government, and then about 5 years as a contractor. There's a lot of things, especially when you get in management positions, that you just can't back down. Especially if you have a great cause, if your employees need you, if you're a platoon sergeant, squad leader, first sergeant, master sergeant, colonel, if you're in charge of personnel, they need you to stand your ground. Your employees, your soldiers, your Marines, your airmen, your Navy men, your Coast Guard men, squids, whatever you want to call them. They need you to stand your ground. So me, I was a squad leader for a while. Then I was convoy commander. So, but I stood my ground every time that I had a mission. When I became production supervisor, a site lead, I stood my ground when it came to my employees. That means a lot when it comes to integrity. No one needs a supervisor, a director, sergeant major, a master sergeant, a platoon sergeant, a squad leader to only stand their ground when it's beneficial for them. Only stand their ground when it's something for them to get something out of it. You need to stand your ground 365, 24/7. Even when the chips are stacked against you, you stand your ground. You have to. It's loyalty, it's integrity, it's honor. It's just, I can't say it enough. But, what I've learned in the civilian world, we always make fun of certain things when they say, oh, it's a dog-eat-dog world. In the military, for me, it was, one team, one fight. No one had the crab effect. Oh, I want your position. I want your job. If one person did something great, the whole squad did something great. If one platoon did something great, the whole platoon did something great. If one failed, we all failed, but we learned from it. But you had that squad leader when you did fail say, hey, we failed. We're going to retrain. We're going to get better. We're going to do it again. So no matter what you do in life, if you're a mechanic and you work on MRAPs, okay, if you put the cooler in wrong and you start it up and it's not running right, okay, boom, you know what? Let's diagnose it, take it off, turn it around or whatever you need to do, fix it. But if your supervisor says, well, yeah, Joe Blow just destroyed it, I think we should write him up for it or I think we should just fire him. No, maybe he didn't have the proper training. So this is what you need to think about. Okay, it was a mistake. It's called an accident on purpose. It's not called a purpose. It's not called intentional. You drive down 81 and you run into somebody by accident. It's not called a purpose, on purpose. It's an accident. That's why we have insurance. So that's just something to think about, And I can't say it enough, guys and girls out there that's listening to me. We have to work smarter, not harder. We have to be team players. If you don't want to be, that's up to you. But, that's the only way I know how to be. Because you get more production out of people when you're a team player. You get more production out of people when your employees know that you got their back and you have their back. So here's another song, Special Operations, called Unstoppable.
There's a moment in your bones when the fire takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming out, we can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Harley, rocking out parties, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give it a go. You'll remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. Every spotlight, every soundbite, Everybody who gave up is just a fuel for wanting him more than anybody against us. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming out. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable.
Oh yeah, unstoppable. I like that right there, boy. That's something right there to say. So, guys and girls, our quote of the day: loving a military man or woman is not hard. The distance is hard. The worry is hard. The sacrifices are hard. But loving him or her, that's the easiest thing I've ever done. And that's some great things to know. Also, I'm stronger because I had to be. I'm smarter because of my mistakes. Happier because of my sadness I've known. And now I'm wiser because I've learned. Powerful, so very powerful. So, that great song. And let me see, another experience of mine. Let's see, we're almost coming down to the end. So, Miss Shantell,
Yes.
would you like to speak about anything? No, not really? Okay, I'll just ask you a few questions.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just picking with her right now. So I have a quick question for you. So I brought in another quote. It says, "I won't back down. I'll stand my ground. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down." So what does that quote mean to you?
Well, to me, it means that that you can be met with any kind of adversity or any type of adversity. You're still gonna thrive and persevere and push through so that you can meet your goal.
That is so very true. Failure is not an option. You know what I mean? So as I said, guys and girls, earlier, if you're a person in leadership, your employees or the people that's under you need you to stand your ground. They need someone that they know going to have their back no matter what. The last thing they need is someone just to stand their ground when it benefits them, but then when the times get hard, throw them underneath the bus, so to speak. Or, as my daughter always says, throw shade or whatever that means. So here's a little quote for you. "You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice." Now that is powerful right there. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Man, that is so powerful there. So I'm going to let you think about that. And the next selection is Drowning Pool Bodies. Oh, is it going to come on? We haven't due to technical difficulties. There we go.
Reason why for
let the bodies hit the floor. So,
That was intense.
oh, that was very intense. You know, that's one of my favorite songs besides Five Finger Death Punch Jekyll and Hyde. But yeah, that's one of my good songs right there. So, so let's get to our quote. So, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. So that's very powerful. So, you know, with that, I may do another selection for you. Let's do Respect My Throne by Caliber Beats. So here it goes.
The Black Panther has been the protector of Wakanda for generations. A mantle passed from warrior to warrior.
I am the king, I am the chief, I am the leader that's fighting for peace. You see the squad, I got the keys. There is no surrender, we will not leave. So when I'm calling, they rally the troops. We have defeated some battling your groups. You got a problem, I'm grabbing the suit and no slashing everyone attacking the crew. That is the truth, you were too long in the tooth. Look at the weapon you choose, you're gonna lose. Look at your primitive tools, don't matter how much you shoot. I'm bulletproof. Find your entire body's different from head to the shoes. Your entire body's better than bruised. Don't be confused, the China's in the building, setting the rules. Yeah, we are a mighty nation. On the highest places, atop a land of gold. You do not want to face us. Watch out inside the zone. Bow down, bow down, bow to the king. Respect my throne. Yeah, we here now. Don't be scared now. Y'all know we about to tear this down. Yeah, we here now. Don't be scared now. Y'all know we about to tear this. Yeah, you think I'm playing with y'all? I got a brain in your claws. You know I'm laying the law. I put your face to the floor. You better pray to your God. We will not wait anymore. Making our way through the door. I know you hating for sure. All of you better get out of the way. It ain't safe anymore. I got the juice. I will be the victor. You be the lose. I'm not amused by your foolish and irrelevant views. Look at the news. Earth is a bomb that needs to defuse. What do you do? Killing the enemy, you better choose. Suit energy is kinetic. Whatever you dishing, I throw it back. You and your team is pathetic. We on a mission to hold it back. We are the biggest, I call this that. Representing my people with honor. Throw up a piece and I won't attack. Introducing the world to Wakanda. We are a mighty nation. Can conquer any foe. See on the highest places. Atop a land of gold. You do not want to face us. Watch out inside the zone. Bow down. Bow down. Bow to the king, respect my throne. Yeah, we here now, don't be scared now. Y'all know we about to tear this down. Yeah, we here now, don't be scared now. Y'all know we about to tear this down.
Yo, what's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed that Black Panther song.
So, guys and girls out there, so I hope you enjoyed that song, as it was about to say that, but that's my cue to say that. So, I'm looking at the clock, and it's about time for us to sign off. But before we sign off, I still have two announcements. Well, actually three. So, the first announcement is, as I said earlier, welcome to the world. Kelvin Cornell Marcellus Hayward, born May 18th at 4:39 a.m., 7 pounds, 8.6 ounces, 20 and a half inches long.
He's a tall boy.
Yes, welcome into the world, you know, the world of technology. Yes, the new age. So the next one is the Black Tie Sports Style Gala that's happening July 28th from 6 to 11 p.m. at Scotland Community Center in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. So they have added a swimsuit portion of the fashion show. So, you know, hey, guys and girls out there, as long as you're above 21, you can be in this fashion show. Mm-hmm. You know, no matter you're tall, short, your race, color, creed, your size, who cares?
You can come out.
If you want to come on out and walk down that catwalk, go right ahead. You know, hey, you know, get some nice clothes on and, you know, your sports team, whatever you want to represent on that day, that's your time. If you're an upcoming model, that's what you want to be. Or if you just like to have a good time and say, hey, I got 3 outfits I can show myself off, that's fine too. So that's going to be on July 28th at Scotland Community Center in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. You can go on Eventbrite and Town Planner and get ticket information. If you're a Wounded Warrior Project alumni, you basically, at the end of the day, get 4 tickets for the price of 2. Okay? So just go on there, buy them online, or if you have any ticket questions, contact Don Brown at 717-331-7402. If you're a model, you'd like to model, you can contact Misha at 240-418-5181. And also the third and final announcement, hey, I was talking about Lonnie B earlier, so I'm going to Lonnie B show October 21st up there in the DC area. He's a life experience speaker. So just Google Lonnie B. He talk about real life stuff, and I'm talking about, man, I'm follow him and Monday, Wednesdays, and sometime Fridays, from 10:30 and on, he's usually on like an hour or two. It's well worth listening to and watching. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. He talk about everyday stuff. Like I talk about stuff from a military point of view, from my own point of view. He talk about everyday life stuff. So definitely, support it. I'm supporting it. Try it out. Google it. YouTube it. Periscope it. Facebook it. Whatever you do. Whatever kind of social media you do. Instagram it. Snapchat it. But I'm going to close with be mentally strong, physically strong, socially strong, and spiritually strong. You have any last words, Miss Shantell?
You all take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.
All right, and we're going to end it with a song, Jekyll and Hyde by Five Finger Death Punch.
Weight on my shoulders, all I'm trying to do is live my mother life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside. There's so much goddamn weight on my shoulders, all I'm trying to do is live my mother life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
There's a demon inside. Just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside. I feel like Jekyll and Hyde.
Is there so much God weight on your shoulders that you can't just live your mother life? The story's getting old and my heart is getting colder. I just wanna be Jekyll, but I'm always fighting Hyde. You got rocks in your head, I can hear them rolling round. You can say that you're above it, but you're always falling down. Is there a method to your madness? Is it all about pride? Is everyone I know they got a demon inside?
There's a demon inside. Just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside. I feel like Jekyll and Hyde. If I wasn't so deranged, could I ever face the pain? If I ever were to change, would the song remain the same?
All I'm trying to do is live my mother life. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside. All I'm trying to do is live my mother life. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
Sprinklers, seeds, a full line of treated lumber and lawn mowers too. Did you know Lumber Direct has opened a new department? LD Armory. Customers have been asking, and Lumber Direct has made it a reality. Yes, a great selection of firearms and ammo in stock in hometown Greencastle. You'll find ideas and suggestions on their Facebook page and at their website, www.lumberdirectgreencastle.com.